Welcome back, everybody. I'm Nuzzo Castolibro, and this is my second podcast show ever. Hey, what do you want to talk about? I'm super excited today because I got a big guest. He's a musician who was on the list of people to be almost nominated to get the Grammy for his folk jazz album called How Many Shoes Can a Man Wear? Which is kind of cute because the answer is two, obviously. But he's going to be on the show today. And how you may ask, how you get such a big name on your show already, Nuzzo? Well, let me tell you, I got my second cousin. He worked for a music company in the building. He's like a custodial guy. And he made friends with some people, and they said they could, connect them. But what I had to do is I had to give up 3 cases of my homemade wine, which is absolutely delicious. It's homemade. You can't go wrong. And because of that, I get to interview Jimmy Flame via the Zoom. I don't know if you ever did Zoom before, but it's so interesting. It's like you watching the television and television is watching you, but it's not a show. They talk to each other. It's like two people can talk to each other. It's very interesting. The technology is amazing these days. And I was a little first, to tell you the truth, I'm scared. But I got my cousin's son's friend who work at like a Best Buy, and he's gonna come and he's gonna set it all up for me. So I'm pretty excited, Ma, who calling me while I do the show? My son, hello. Hey, Jimmy Flame, all right, I was just talking about you. Yeah, you ready for the show? Are you ready to, what do they say, Zoom? What? What do you mean you can make a show? What are you, crazy? I'm already started the show. Pressing business, what does that mean, press business? Am I sure you cannot make it? Now, what am I gonna do? What? No, I got no other substitute guest. What? Don't tell me how to do my show. Forget about it. You know what? You're banned for life on the show. You're never gonna ever make it on the show. I don't care how big you are because I'm gonna be a big star and you're gonna be nothing. And you know what? Your stupid name for a stupid album and nobody cared about jazz, folk music. Forget about it. I spit on you all.
We interrupt the following program due to technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Welcome back to my show, everybody. This is Nuzzo Castolibro, and this is my show. Hey, what do you want to talk about? I'm very excited about today's guest. He's a kid from the neighborhood of 13 years old, and they call him the Game Boy, or they call him Xbox One. He's like almost a professional gamer, and everybody in the neighborhood says, nobody can beat this kid. I call him Leetle Tommy because he's little and his first name is Tommy, so I put 2 and 2 together. Hey, Leetle Tommy. So welcome to the show, Leetle Tommy. So hey, what do you want to talk about?
Hey, Nuzzo. Thanks for inviting me on the show. Everyone in the neighborhood is talking about your show.
I hope that they're saying nice things, Leetle Tommy. So what do you want to talk about?
I guess why don't we talk about my favorite thing on this planet?
The love that your parents, they give it to you?
No, gaming. By the way, my dad told me to remind you not to forget about the 2 bottles of homemade wine for him, since he's making me help you with the show.
Oh, really? He said that, huh? Well, what's wrong with your daddy? Does he think that Nuzzo Castolibro would ever back down on a deal or call up and cancel an appearance? Never. And you better tell your daddy, what about my shovel? Because you know what? In the spring when I went to go cultivate my garden so I could plant some tomatoes, because I like to have a nice salad, a tomato salad when I have my dinner in the summer, and I chop some up for my avocado toast for breakfast. I go to the garage to go get my shovel, and it was not there. And I'm like, oh, my what? And I go, oh, that's right. Your daddy got the shovel. And then I come to your house. I knock on the door. Nobody answered.
Nuzzo, I think you forgot that I brought you back the shovel. Remember?
I no remember.
Do you remember Miss Lawler came with her dog, and then the dog pooped in your yard? And you got mad at her and the dog. And then Miss Lawler asked if she could borrow the shovel. If I were you, I would definitely check her garage.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Tommy, but my stomach is still a little upset. I didn't mean to burp in your face. But I'm a little upset because earlier on, to tell you the truth, I had another guest, some jackass who canceled on me. Stupid jazz folk guy, forget about him. But that's why I asked you there for a favor. I needed an emergency guest to substitute, and I saw you bike riding outside, and I said, hey, might get a little Tommy, because I understand that Tommy, he's a gamer, and everybody in the neighborhood, they say you're one of the best. What they call you? They give you the nickname Game Boy. So I said to myself, hey, get a little Tommy here on the show. He's a very interesting kid. I like the way he rides the bike. I want to figure out how he played the game. So, I know a couple games because I hear about them when I'm watching and do research for my show. One very popular game I heard about is Roadblock, and the other one is a Mineshaft.
Hello. It's called Minecraft and Roblox.
Don't be a little smartass, okay? Because I'm going to jump onto your head like a Mario jump on the people's head in the Donkey Kong. So take it easy. Go on with your story.
Yeah, so I play a lot of online gaming. Me and my friends usually play together in, championships and tournaments. Our team mostly wins a lot, and almost after all the games we play, my wrist starts hurting a lot.
You know what I advise a little Tommy? I think you gotta get outside. You gotta get more air that's fresh and be with your friends. Or maybe, you know what? You should even get yourself a pet, like a dog or something.
Well, my mom got me a new pet, and it's a hamster. It's really dumb, and all it does is eat and shit. A lot.
Little Tommy, you cannot swear on my show. You cannot say the word shit. Now I gotta go back and I gotta go beep it out. So this way the audience shouldn't get offended. So please use proper language, okay?
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. My mom doesn't like it when I swear either.
I do my very best not to swear, little Tommy. It's the best thing you can do. I learned my lesson a long time ago at La Scuola dei Santi in Italy. It had all of the nuns there who were very, very strict. And I can tell you this, little Tommy. It was not a school, okay? It was a part-time prison for kids who didn't commit no crimes. And they love using, what do you call it, the ruler. We had a bastone. It's like a little stick, long stick, very thin. And I can guarantee you that during the lunch break, no bullshit, these nuns will go into the woods to get a fresh stick because they loved using it so much that basically after half a day, the stick was worthless. It had no, what is it called, the pressure. It was soft. It was like getting hit with the feather. So on their break, they're like, hey, Sister Teresa. Yeah, Sister Katerina. I'm not going to go get a coffee or a snack or, do something, I don't know, for productive during my break. I'm going to go in the woods, okay? Because I think we need a new stick because this stick it doesn't apply enough pressure to inflict the pain we need to educate these kids. You know what I mean? They had issues with those nuns where I went to school. That's for sure. Big issues.
Wow. Our teachers would totally get arrested for that.
So let me finish my story how I learned my lesson. So I was sit on my desk, right? And on my desk, I had my lunch, you see, because I was getting a little hungry and I was hoping maybe I can sneak a bite. And I love a mortadella, you know what I mean? And mortadella with this cheese that they call a burrino. And the bread is always fresh in the morning because I pick it up at the bakery and they make me a sandwich. And basically my mama, she give me like a cinque lire. I would go to the bakery and I would say, hey, can I get a panino with the mortadella, the burrino cheese? And why don't you add some of those chocolate wafers that are so crunchy and delicious? And they're like, sure. And then I'm like, thank you for your service. So I got my delicious panino on the desk sitting right next to the delicious chocolate wafers, right? And for sure, everybody's like, oh my God, that panino smells good. And there's one kid who's fat kid. He's been looking with his eye on my sandwich, on my panino, right? And he get up very slowly and he come in and goes, hey, Newt, so what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, nothing. I hope I don't get hit by the stick today. And he's like, yeah, me too. Then all of a sudden he grabbed my panina and he took a bite. And I look at him and I go, I'm going to put it on my sandwich. I almost hit him and I said, ma vaffanculo. Which, little Tommy, it's a really, really, really bad word. Do not repeat the word, okay? Never say vaffanculo.
Van culo?
No, va. Fan culo.
Von Fanculo?
No, little Tommy. Van fan culo. Repeat it with me. Va
Von
fan
Fan
culo.
Culo. Von Fanculo.
There you go. You got it.
Nice.
So, little Tommy, don't say it to nobody because it's really, really bad. Don't even go look it up on the line because you don't want to know what it means, okay? And I maybe shouldn't even say it on my podcast show, but I don't think anybody gonna be able to translate it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a note right now. Hey, Nutso, beep out the word vafanculo. Make sure it's not on the podcast show when you do the editing in the post-production. Repeat, remove vanfanculo. I better really make sure. I'm not going to set myself an alarm. Hey, Siri, set an alarm for 11:45 p.m. Edit vafanculo word from podcast show. Hey, what do you want to talk about?
1 sec. I found 2 alarms. Which one?
I no asking you to look for an alarm. I said you gotta set an alarm.
Podcast, serial
Cancel.
number 23.
Cancel. Ma, come on, Siri. I got no time. I'm also I gotta do my show. Forget about it. I give myself post-it note. So, okay. So, little Tommy, let me finish the story. So, when I say to the fat kid, vafanculo, the nun, she came and she say, Nude, so come here. So, she take my hand and she bring me to the back of the room where there was this sink. And I'm like, oh, what am she gonna do? I was a little scared. And I hope she didn't already have her break and she go in the wood to get a new stick. And then she grabs the soap, a little soap bar. She rinses it under the water. And then she said, open your mouth. And then she put the soap in my mouth. In my mouth. And I'm like trying to spit it out. But the more I spit it out, the more the bubble and the foam is coming out. And I'm like, oh, am I going to drown for the soap? And the soap tastes so bad. But I said to myself, it's got to be better than a stick, no? But ever since that day, I be careful before I say a swear word because I never want to get another bar of soap in my mouth or a stick on my ass. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to do that, Tommy. Speaking of online games, little Tommy, hey, did you ever play that game they call it the Luigi board?
Luigi board?
Where there's the numbers and letters, and there's a yes and a no, and there's a little piece of a triangle, and it's got a hole cut in the center of it, and you put your fingertip on it.
Oh, you mean Ouija board.
That's what I said, the Luigi board. And I played it one day with this guy when I had to come to America, and I put my finger on the triangle piece, and I said, what are we doing? And the guy goes, oh, you can talk to the spirits. And I'm like, you can telecommunicate with the Satan? And he's like, no, you can talk to spirits. I go, I don't want to talk to Satan. I mean, come on. I'm a good guy, I believe in a God. And I immediately took off my fingers, and I look at him, and I said, no way, Jose Canseco. See you later, alligator. Hey, man, why you scream? I'm doing the podcast show. I told you never to come open the door. You got to knock.
We interrupt the following program due to technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Okay, we're back. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties we had today, but it happened. We had a big power outage, and we had to wait for the power for so long, and Tommy couldn't wait and sit with me to wait for the power to come on because it's hours on hours. And then I said, Tommy, go home and don't worry about it. I'll say goodbye for you to the guests. So Tommy says, goodbye, guys. So thank you, Tommy, for being on the show. I've been wanting to have you on the show for a long time. I also want to give a nice special message to Jimmy Flame. Jimmy, you little ass, go So that's the show. Hey, what do you want to talk about? And don't forget to check back next time. Maybe we talk about my cousin Maria and how she broke her foot when we were making the wine. Short story long, it was delicious. Arrivederci, everyone.